Oh,
Um,
okay.
so we are also asking that my client wants to return to the family home, and I can get into that argument in a minute. We addressed in the motion our request regarding temporary use and possession of the vehicles and property in their current possession, payment of bills. Um, I think that was it, and child support. She in her responsive pleadings requested spousal support, although she did not make a specific request as to an amount. Your Honor, as to the marital home, my client did not agree to moving out, despite Mom's assertions that he did. The text messages do not reflect that he was in agreement with this option, and in fact, he never agreed to any of it. She demanded he moved out. She barked orders. She told him exactly how it was going to be, and that's what he was stuck with, or at least he felt that he was stuck with. He has a separate property interest in the home, from an inheritance that was constituted the down payment. And Your Honor, the fact is, it's my client who can afford the home. She can't afford to stay in the home on her own. She's not working, and that is by choice. And she has since moved her boyfriend in. This person that she claimed in her responsive declaration was only a friend, and whom now she is 5 months pregnant by. So her representation to the court that this individual was just a support friend and just a good friend, no, it wasn't. Which validates my client's accounting of the facts in this case. The situation Mom is currently in is of her own doing because of her choices. That does not relieve her of the responsibility now to support herself and to equally support her children. She expects my client to support her, her boyfriend, and their new child.
Welcome to the allegation blast zone. New boyfriend living in the marital home, pregnancy timeline disputes, and claims dad's footing the bills for utilities the boyfriend uses. Legally, this matters for temporary possession and financial fairness. Viewers, gut check. Should one spouse keep paying the mortgage and internet when a new partner moves in rent-free?
Her boyfriend's obligation. That's what we have to ask. Why should my client be paying for a house for him to live in rent-free? He's not paying rent. And my client is not only the out spouse, but the expectations that she places on him in the text messages are untenable and unfair. She demands money. She demands gas in her car. She demands groceries. She demands diapers. He doesn't mind those things, but he is also paying for her housing. He's paying the utilities. And in fact, he believes that her boyfriend is working out of the marital home using the internet he's paying for. So my client is continuing to pay for the internet and the utilities to make sure that they're paid, and so his credit doesn't get affected, and to make sure his children are safe. But he is seriously being taken advantage of here. That being said, there is absolutely no reason she cannot be working. And as the court is aware, we just agreed to a 50-50 residential schedule. So that means that there's no reason she can't be working on her off weeks from the children. I'd like to point out for the court that she did not file a proposed parenting plan. She did not file a financial declaration. We have no idea what her expenses are, what her income is, if she has any. She needs to get a job. If her boyfriend isn't working, he needs to be. If he isn't working, then he needs to. If he is working, then he needs to pay rent, thereby reducing my client's obligation. He can choose to pay rent to my client, or he can find his own place. My client is paying for everything right now and has been.
Money mechanics. Because the kids get TANF benefits, the law blocks a residential credit even with 50/50th time. Translation? Dad pays guideline support to the state without the usual offset. Mom's imputed at 32 hours minimum wage. Defense says push for 40. Engagement. Should equal parenting time always trigger a credit, or should public benefits prioritize household stability over mathematical symmetry?
A month and 3 weeks, and then just expects him to be out of the house, expects it to be in perfect shape, perfect condition upon her return. My client wanted me to address the flea situation and the messiness of the house. The house is not as messy as she tries to represent. And here this guy is trying to take care of these kids and take care of kittens that she initially brought in. She decided to foster a bunch of flea-ridden kittens, and she brought them in the house. The flea issue started because of her. And then she tried to blame it on him, and now she's trying to use this declaration and this court process to say that it's him. It's his fault. It's his neglect, which is not the case. She also made some serious allegations about sexual assault, and then talked to my client subsequently, wherein she informed him that, well, the last time they were together, she just didn't want to. Never once did she say no. Never once did she ask him to stop. She never yelled. She never screamed. She never cried. She never called the police. She never sought a restraining order. Even now, in response to our motion, she's not even seeking any kind of protection order or restraining order against my client. She has no fear. You can't consent to something and then turn around and claim it to be an